have to run the setup. After running the setup, you will get the Java folder in the program files. So go to the folder where the Java folder is saved, go to the JDK, then go to the bin, then select this path. After selecting this path, you have to go here, this PC, right click, go to the properties, so you have to go to the advanced system settings. In the advanced system settings, you have to go to the environmental variables, where we have to give the new path or edit the new path. You can give the new path. Already path is there, we can edit this path also. We can add the new path that we want to give. Okay, now already I have given here Java JDK bin, so no need to give it. After this, you have to click on the OK button, so that path will be saved. So for running the Java programs, you have to select the path where the JDK file is located. So copy the path, then you have to paste in the environmental variable settings. In the path folder, we have to give that path. After selecting that path only, we can run the Java program files. So for running the Java program files, we have to open the command prompt. We can check whether the Java has been installed or not, which Java version is running on your machine by getting the path. You have to use the hyphen sign. Okay, so after the installation, you can see that you have installed the JDK 1.8, that is JDK 8. Now you can run the Java programs. For running the Java programs, first we have to write the programs. So for write, we can go to programs, we can go to the notepad. Now how a Java program looks like, it is like the C program only, which consists of the main functions. Program execution begins with the main functions. For Java programs, you have to import java.io.star. That is the import output packages we are importing. Then we have to write the class name. We can write public class, give the name of the class as SSS. Then we can write the main function here. So this is the syntax of the Java program. Okay, class name, public static void main. So this is how the main function is given in the Java. Java considers everything in the form of arguments, string arguments. Therefore we are specifying here string args. We are declaring this main function as public so that it is available to all the classes, either for inheritance that we create or any other things. Static means it will not change. Then for printing the statement, we are using this S capital system.out.println. print will print on the same line, print ln will print on the new line. So this is how a Java class file is defined. So first we have to import the package, give the name of the class, then write public static void main string args system.out.println welcome. Now whatever the class name we give, we have to save the file name with that same name only. So file save as SSS.java. So suppose in the D colon we go to the SYIT folder. In the SYIT folder we will create one folder which is called as Java. Already my Java folder is there here. Java examples is there in the D colon. So I will save here SSS.java. Okay. So once my file is saved, now I can go to the command prompt. Okay. Now my file is saved in the D colon, so I will type here D. Then I will go to the folder where my file is saved, Java examples. Okay. So here we can write Java, the name of the file. So we are doing the compilation first. So in the programming languages we have to compile, then we have to execute. So Java C means we are compiling. C stands for the compilation. So it will compile the program, it will check for any syntax error, that is the compile time errors, if there are present in the program. So if there are no errors, it will give no errors. So there are no compilation errors. Now we can run the programs. Now you can see the message that is welcome. So this is how we can install the JDK. We can run a simple Java program. The syntax for running the program, we have seen how a Java class file is defined. So Java program begins with the import java.io.star public class name. Then we have to write public static void main. This M has to be small and this S has to be capital. Public static void main string args. Then we are printing the message by using the print statement, that is system.out.println. S is capital. So Java checks for the syntax error. If you write this S as small, it will give the error. So it will print the message welcome. Without importing the packages also, the Java program will not run, because it will not understand what we have typed here. So we have to first line that begins in the Java program is importing the packages. Import java.io.star. So now we were seeing the JDK. We have seen we have to download the JDK, then we have to run the JDK setup. Those who have joined late, again I will repeat them. For running the Java programs, we have to download the JDK from the net. Okay. So this is the site where the JDK file is available, oracle.com. Go to the Windows x64 installer, download this file. After downloading this file, go to the file where the file is saved. So in my case, the file is saved in the D colon. So you can see here the JDK. You have to run this setup. After running the setup, the Java file will be saved in the C program files. Okay. So this is where the Java files will be saved. Now for running the Java programs, you have to set up the path for Java. For setting the path for the Java, you have to go to the file where the JDK is located. So go to the bin folder, copy this path, Ctrl C, then go to this PC, right click on this PC, go to properties, go to the advanced system settings, go to the environmental variables, click on the path, edit, write here new, copy the path that you have just now copied, click on the OK button. So the path for the JDK will be installed on your machines. After the path is set up, you can check whether the Java is properly installed in your machine or not by going to the command prompt. So how we go to the command prompt? By going typing here CMD. So in the CMD, if you type here, you will go to the command prompt. So you can write here Java version, give the space, then hyphen sign, then version. So it will give the version of the Java if the Java is properly installed in your machine or not. So go for JDK 8. Now new version. So this is the JDK 15. They have installed JDK 8. So the latest version that is available is JDK 15. So try for the minimum, that is JDK 8. As the JDK version, for if you go for the latest NetBeans, according to the NetBeans we have to install the JDK. Okay. If you are using the older version of NetBeans, then this JDK will not be supported. This JDK will support the new NetBeans. Now the Java programs can also be run in the NetBeans also. You have to download the NetBeans from the Java. Go to the Google, type NetBeans, you will get the latest NetBeans. So this is how the NetBeans. So you have to click the NetBeans folder that is been saved on your computer. You can download the file and run the setup. So the NetBeans will open. Till that time we can revise this concept of the JDK, JRE and the JVM. So the JDK is nothing but a Java development kit which is used for developing Java application and applets. It consists of the JRE, that is the Java runtime environment, a Java loader that is called as the interpreter or loader, a compiler that is called as the Java compiler, and it consists of the Java RQ files, and a document generator which is called as Java doc. So JDK consists of all these things. Now we will see what is Java runtime environment. So you can see here the Java runtime environment provides the minimum requirement for executing a Java application. So Java runtime environment consists of the Java virtual machines and the supporting files. So it is a specification where working of Java virtual machine is specified. Now you can see the difference between the JDK, JRE and the Java virtual machine. Here implementation is a computer program that meets the requirement of the JVM. A runtime instance, when you write Java command on the command prompt to run the Java class, an instance of JVM is created. So just now we have seen how we have created one file Java. We have created one Java program and run the Java program files. So whenever we create one Java files, so one JRE instance is created for that particular program. So when you write Java command on the command prompt to run the Java class, an instance of JVM is created. So as we go here and type the compilations for running our program, we have saved the programs in Java examples. So just now we have typed this program. So as we start this program, a Java is created. So we can run the Java program. Now you can see the output. So that is the statement that they are making here. Whenever you write Java command on the command prompt to run the Java class file, an instance of JVM is created. Now we can see the difference between the JDK Java Development Kit, Java Runtime Environment and the Java Virtual Machine. JDK consists of the Java runtime environment as well as the Java virtual machines. So in this diagram it depicts the Java runtime environment, which consists of the Java virtual machines, library classes. As we are importing in the case of Java, we are importing these packages, that is import java.io.star. So it is nothing but the library classes which we are importing, plus development tools. So JDK consists of JRE plus development tools. So this whole JDK consists of JRE plus development tools. JRE consists of the Java virtual machines and the library classes. So in short, what is JDK? It is a development kit which is used to develop and execute the Java program. It consists of the JRE and the development tools. So JRE provides the environment for running the Java programmings. JVM, it is used for executing the programs. So whenever you execute the programs, it goes to the JVM, and JVM converts the bytecode into the machine code. Just now we have seen the Java program. So when we have written the Java program and compiled, okay, after the compilation, the compiler converts the Java virtual machine bytecode. Whenever we compile the program, a Java class file is created. Okay. So after the class file is created, bytecode is generated for the Java class file. So the bytecode is converted into the machine language by the Java virtual machine. That is the function of the Java virtual machine. So the JVM is responsible for executing the program, hence it is also known as the interpreter. Java runtime environment, as it is specified, it consists of development technologies like Java Web Start, Java plugins, user interface toolkits like abstract window toolkits, which we will use for developing the components, AWT components. Swing, it is also used for user interface, developing the components like Swing components. So these are the user interface toolkits which are provided inside the JRE. It is also consists of libraries like interface definition language, ideal, Java database connectivities, JNDI, remote method invocations. So all these are included into the libraries. So JDK consists of all these things. Other base libraries like Beans, Java management extensions, Java native interfaces. Now we will see how the JRE works. Just now we have seen, we have saved this class file with the dot class. We have saved this file with ss.java. Once we have saved this file with ss.java, we see there is one class file which is created. Now you can see this example here. If you create one folder, So if you run the program here, compile the program, so after the compilation you will see one Java class file is created inside K triple KE. So you can see the SSS.class file is created automatically once we compile the program successfully. So dot class file is created. So that is how whenever we compile a source file, the file is compiled into the Java bytecode. So after the bytecode is converted, a dot class file is created. Okay, the bytecode file is stored in the dot class file. Then the bytecode is converted into the machine language by the Java compiler. So you can see here example.java, we have saved the file with ss.java. After compilation, Java compiler creates one class file for that Java files. So what it is done, actually a class loader is loaded whenever we compile the program. The class loader loads all necessary classes needed for the execution of a program. It provides security by separating the namespace of the local file system from that imported through the network. These files are loaded from either from a hard disk, a network, or from other sources. So the class loader loads the necessary classes for the execution of the programs. Then we have the bytecode verifier. JVM puts the bytecode verifier that checks the format and checks for again illegal code. Illegal code that is not in the Java definitions. So illegal code means a code that violates access rights on object or violates the implementation of the pointers. So you can see the function of the bytecode verifier ensures that the code adheres to the JVM specification and does not violate system integrity. So class loader loads the class file, then the bytecode verifies. The bytecode also converts into the machine language, that is why it is called as the interpreter. At runtime, the bytecode is loaded, checked and run by the interpreter. The following as the two function: executes the bytecode, make appropriate calls to the underlying hardware. So in the runtime, after the successful compilation, a dot class file is created for the Java file. Then all these things happens. Class loader loads, it converts into the bytecode, and then the interpreter runs the successful execution of the program. So Java virtual machine is responsible for executing the dot class file which has been created by the class loader. So JVM becomes an instance of JRE at runtime of a Java program. It is widely known as a runtime interpreter. JVM largely helps in the abstraction of inner implementation from the programmer who makes use of libraries for their programmers from the JDK. You can also see the working of JVM here. So Java virtual machine acts as a runtime engine to run the Java application. JVM is one that actually calls the main method present in the Java code. We have seen this main method which is present in the Java class file. So this main method is called by the Java virtual machines. JVM is a part of the JRE. Java applications are called as the Vora, write once, run anywhere. That is, it is platform independent. It can be run on any platform, on Windows, on Linux, on Mac operating system, anywhere it can run. This means a programmer can develop Java code on one system and expect to run it on any other Java enabled system without any adjustment. This is all possible because of Java virtual machines. When we compile, we have seen a .java class file. A .class file is created automatically which contains the bytecode with the same class name present in the Java file or generated by the Java compiler. This .class file goes into various steps when we run. So whenever a class loader loads a class file, we see a .class file is created. So all these things happen here in the backend. The JVM memory is there, method area, heap area, JVM, PC register, native method stacks, execution engine. All this process happens in the background. This is the example of a class file which is consisting of the string name and integer roll number. There are two methods which is called as the get name and the set name. Using this keyword we can set the name. Using the get name we can retrieve the name. These are called the properties in Java, get and set methods. Similarly, one integer roll number is there. So inside the main class we can create the object of the students. We can call the functions get name and set name. So remember, when we are writing one class file, we have to create the object inside the main class only, or we can create in the other class also. Like we can define here one class. So here one class file we have created which is called as 1. Inside that we have taken two function get and show. We are passing parameter to the function r. We are initializing r with the roll number. Now inside the main class we can create the object of this class which is called as 1. So we are passing one integer variable to the r variable which is initialized to the roll number, and using the show functions we are showing the roll number. So already we have seen this program with the wherever the main function is present, we have to save the program name with that name only. So when we compile this program, if you are making any changes to the program, compile the program again. So there is compilation error which you have to correct. You can see your roll number is 4 and welcome message. So in this way we can create one class file. We can declare the variable, we can declare the function. We are passing one parameter r. We are initializing this parameter r to the roll number by declaring roll equals to r. We are using the show function to show the value of the roll number. So inside the main function we are creating the object of the class, that is o1. o1 o equals to new o1, o1 dot get for o1 dot show. So in this way we can write the simple Java class file and run the program compilation. So today we have seen about JDK, JRE, how to write a simple class file, how to download the JDK, how to set up the Java path,